Okay, I don't know if you can tell by my look on my shirt here, but I'm going to make a inspection of a couple of post offices today for the selective service system. This is really pretty easy. What I do is I go in and make sure they have a poster on the wall. I make sure they have the registration forms, change of address forms, and I fill out a form, and while I'm there I mail it off to Central in Chicago, and then I hand over a copy of my report to the postmaster, and hopefully this post office has all of its ducks in a row and is well outfitted. I've inspected them before, so we'll see what happens. Okay, bye-bye. Well, that was easy peasy. I'm here at the post office, and they were pretty much in compliance. They had the registration forms, and they had the change of address forms, and they had a box to put them in. It was on display, and the only thing they missed at this post office was a poster on the wall. But really, they're not required to do that all the time. So yeah, I left a note and for the postmaster, and gave him the address where he can obtain those materials if he wants them. Okay, that's one done. Now 3 more to go. Okay, I'm here at the Lincoln Park post office, and they had a display box and they had registration forms. But they did not have change of address forms nor a poster in the lobby, so I wrote them up for that. It's no big deal. I mean, this is the government looking after the government. I just put a note down and give it to the clerk and give it to the postmaster. I was also supposed to ask the clerk a question. Do you know how to obtain more selective service display materials? And she didn't know, and she's supposed to, I guess. So anyway, that goes on a report form, and off I am to number 3. Kind of boring, folks, but it's got to be done. Okay, remember, make sure you're registered for the selective service system. Bye-bye. Well, I'm back from doing my civic duty. I inspected a bunch of post offices, and I don't think inspection is the right term, although that's what the form says. But what it is really just checking to make sure they have materials on hand, and then I send in a report whether they do or don't, and I give a little thing to the postmaster to say, hey, here's where you can get your materials, and that's it. And on the way home, I decided, well, what the heck? I'll stop in by Don Tate's barbershop on 4th Street and get a haircut. So I did. Nice mop job. And the temperatures so far are mild. Looks like a beautiful day out there. Gotta suck up on these, because all too soon the fall will be here, and old man winter behind that. And winter is it gets cold about the second week of November. I mean, starts getting real cold, and it stays cold way through April here. So it's a long time. But this year, maybe I'll get out in it. I don't know. Oh, look at that, a monarch butterfly. Haven't seen one of those in a long time. Feels funny having the hair cut off. I think there's something I need for my GoPro, and that's a dead cat. You know what a dead cat is? It's one of those little, you ever see those microphones that have like a fuzziness, a fuzzy mitten over them? Well, that's what they call a dead cat. And what it does is when the wind blows on the microphone, it lessens the effect of wind blowing directly on the microphone. So I have one for my bigger cameras. I have a Rode microphone, and it's got a dead cat. And I use that whenever I use the Rode microphone. But I find that the wireless microphones work even better. The wireless microphones are the best ones. And they have little wind socks on those too, so if you're out somewhere. Well, that's about it. That's going on for today. The wife is doing laundry outdoors. Once it gets closer to 90 degrees today, I think we'll button up the house and turn on the air. But other than that, my jobs are done. So happy summer to everybody. Enjoy it. Later.